this is gonna kind of be a continuation of my dating vid from the other day, because I was just sitting here having the most profound convo to myself, and I was like, bro, why was I not recording? But right now I'm supposed to be water flossing, but I just kind of got carried away with this convo, bro. I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna try to ignore the phone recording, because like that's kind of where I can get into my bag, but I'm gonna try to pick up where I left off and kind of go back a little bit. But bro, I think the topic I'm gonna make this video though, like the general topic, is like cheating in relationships. Yeah, bro, I think I'm a big proponent of like vetting out your partner and shit, bro. You gotta vet them out. You can't put up with that bullshit. It's kind of like that Subway sandwich meme where it goes, you mean you don't like the sandwich? You literally made it. And it's like, I think it loosely applies in romantic relationships as well. It's like, they cheated on you. What do you mean? Like, bro, you chose them. For instance, like if I'm gonna literally make it a requirement. Like when I start dating again, I'm gonna make it a requirement to ask, like, have you cheated before? And if they say no, then I'll be like, okay, we can make something work. If they say yeah, I'm gonna be more inclined to not really pursue that. I might ask, what the reason was, or if you changed or something. But for the most part, prior cheating is a hard no for me. I am not gonna let that slide. But it's one of those things, I'm gonna just be like, so have you cheated before? She's like, I mean, yeah, but it was in like high school. It wasn't really serious, blah, blah, blah. Like you're making excuses. You know what I mean? It kind of gives you an idea of what kind of person they are. I'm not using that as a definitive, oh, you're this type of person, but does it make sense? Like it gives you somewhat of a gauge on what kind of person they might be. You feel me? I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that either. But it's just like, okay, so you've cheated before and you didn't think it was a big deal because you were in high school and you were young. But then if they don't give any more elaboration, like, have you changed? Like, are you a different person? I was like, oh yeah, I've changed. I'm not. And it's like, you can't really, all you can do really is just take their word for it. Because when I think change, I think you sit down, you reflect. You're like, damn, I cheated. I fucked their heart up. I broke their heart. I did a messed up thing. I feel like shit about it. I'm remorseful. That's my kind of like, have you changed? Like reflecting on it. That says they've cheated before. I'm not even going to be able to live with that, like in my brain. Like that's always going to be a looming thought in the back of my mind. Like, okay, they've cheated before. I can't even trust them to go to the fucking gas station by themselves, like, and then like people are gonna be like, well, if you don't trust them to go to the store, then why are you dating them? And I'm like, exactly. That's exactly why I'm not gonna date somebody who has a history of cheating, whether it was one time or multiple times or whatever. Because if I'm even gonna have the inkling of a thought that that you're just some kind of flight risk, that at any moment, somebody can just swoon you over with whatever they offer and you're just gone at the drop of a hat because of whatever, then I'm just not going to really give you the time of day, So, and I think that kind of also branches onto something else too, where it's like, you have to really understand what you want. Understand what you want out of a person, and then kind of date accordingly. A lot of people tend to date people and then just put up with bullshit, because I'm talking to my dudes here, because you tend to, she got a fat ass, but she has like the worst behavioral problem ever, but as long as she bad, as long as she's hot, as long as she's fine, it's okay, I'm gonna put up with it because she's fine. It's like, all right, bro. Don't get all fucked up when you realize she's like an attention whore, or she just has a horrible behavioral problem, or whatever bullshit that just doesn't make her suitable to be a long-term partner. Is like, That's why a lot of dudes end up marrying women that they hate, because a lot of people just are loosey goosey about their their standards, like especially dudes, like they're really just lenient about dating standards. And if you're so worried about a woman taking half of your shit in marriage, then you have to be really fucking serious about your standards and what you want out of a woman. You know, of course, people don't owe you the truth, especially if you're like getting to know people, but you just kind of have to use your best judgment and be like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it, you know, because usually people aren't lying unless it goes both ways. Unless you're leading with money, being a guy, if you're leading with money, she's gonna feel inclined to lie about things and fake things to kind of get her way and to get herself into your life and benefit from your money, right? So when you lead with things like fancy cars and jewelry and, you know, lifestyle pictures and stuff like that, she's going to get this idea in her head like, maybe I can put up with this dude for however long. Because women are so... One of the scariest things about women is that they're so good at faking. They can be. Okay, I'm not going to generalize all women. I do believe that it is not all women. I genuinely do believe that. But you'd be hard-pressed to realize that a lot of these women are so good at faking. It's scary. And on the flip side, when women lead with sex appeal, lustful, you know, behavior, dudes can be inclined to lie to get their way and to kind of, you know, because dudes do value sex. Usually, you know, they're just like, oh, I'm going to just hit and I'm going to call it a day and blah, 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 blah. Like, dudes value sex on that level to the point where they'll be able to just lie and try to, you know, oh, I'm a just talk to her for a week and then hit and then that's it or whatever, you know. So on both sides, there are reasons people feel inclined to lie, but it is when the person that is being lied to kind of leads with things that shouldn't be valued. People shouldn't value all the tangibles that people be flexing, and you shouldn't be leading with money. You shouldn't be leading with materials and tangibles and bullshit like that. And on the flip side, you shouldn't be falling for sex appeal and lust and all that shit, because it's not gonna end well. It is definitely not gonna end well. Taking your values and taking your standards serious. A lot of dudes do not set standards, bro. That's another thing I've realized. Like, a lot of dudes just don't set standards. You hear a lot of stories and you hear a lot of things about women having these standards for guys, and then it's like, well, if she met the 6-foot Chad, 6-figure rich dude, she's gonna ignore all those. And it's like, I mean, what do you want her to do? You know, it's in her best interest to kind of just like get the most valuable dude. You know, you can't really be mad at her for that. You can be, but it's not really gonna benefit you. But it's like, and on the guy's side, a girl is, you know, dangling the hope of getting in her pants, you know, when that's what most dudes value. So you just have to fucking set boundaries and stick to them. Don't compromise your principles, don't compromise your values, don't compromise your morals because, oh, she's hot, or yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lean into that point. Don't compromise your values and your morals and shit because she's hot and this is your first time talking to a hot girl in like 8 months and you're just trying to get as far as you can with her before she inevitably gets tired of you because it's just your turn, bro, and yada yada. Like, have some respect for yourself. Like, as dudes, we don't respect ourselves a lot, you know? And I don't mean, like, you can sit there and be stoic and say, yes, I have respect for myself, but when it comes to women, you turn into such a doormat. Like, you can't have respect for yourself. Both things aren't true there. Like, two things can be true at once, but you can't, those two things don't, no. You can't have respect for yourself, and then when you get in a relationship with a girl that you think is out of your league, you turn into a doormat because you don't want to lose her. That's happened to a lot of us. I'm not going to lie. It's happened to me. I'm not perfect. I'm not shaming. Well, yeah, I am, because shame does need to be brought back. But, I mean, I'll be shamed for it. And I think a lot of I don't mean shamed like, you know, we're going to take you outside and pelt you with stones. But, I mean, you just kind of have to be like, hey, bro, That's kind of fucking, you gotta have some respect for yourself, you know? So don't sit there and just put up with women's shit because she's hot, or you're just trying to, you know, get a quick shag out of her. Because I'm also on my kind of like, I'm just removing myself from like the lustful thing. I'm trying to desexualize my brain right now because social media is just so sexualized. Like, being a dude, like, we like sex as much as the next guy, right? We, you know, we can't, I don't recommend suppressing your natural urge for that kind of thing, you know? But when it comes to like the internet lust bullshit, like, I think abstaining from that is one of the best things you can do. And it's a really good practice, because especially when you start talking to women, if you still are in the dating game, the reason I say it like that is because right now I'm kind of I've removed myself from the dating pool. So that's kind of why I said it like that. But when you start talking to women again, after you go on your like desexualized journey, desexualizing your brain, it's just, I feel like it's one of the best superpowers you can have as a dude, is having control over your mind. Not even for the benefit of like abstaining from lust and not falling into lustful shit and falling for like sex appeal and easy sex appeal that women like to use on guys. Because a lot of girls you talk to will tell you men are so easy, and a lot of dudes do understand and realize that. Like, I do. I really do realize, like, a lot of dudes are so easy. Like, I just banged my elbow on the microwave because I'm walking around, but a lot of dudes are so easy. Like, women can just dangle the hope that you'll have sex with them, and dudes will just start getting all googly-eyed, and it's like, bro, once we start taking control of our minds and we're just like, okay, this isn't, you know, you just become so powerful, bro. Because right now, vagina is really powerful. Like, a woman can sit there and really control a dude because he just wants sex from her, and he will do whatever the fuck she wants because, oh, she's out of my league and I'm having sex with this hot girl. I can't lose this opportunity. I have to, you know what I mean? And it's like, no, bro, you gotta have some respect for yourself, and you gotta hold these boundaries. You gotta fucking hold these have to be literally as strong as like Thor's hammer. These gotta be as strong as Cap's shield, bro. These have to be made out, your standards and your principles have to be made out of fucking vibranium, dude. Like, you cannot fall for the bullshit. And if you do, I don't know what car that was, but, and if you do, bro, you just kind of have to realize, like, you might be subject to falling. If you fall for it once, to be subject to falling for it multiple times, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and it just won't stop. Because a lot of dudes are in that cycle right now. You might not be where you want to be in life, but you're still trying to date, you're still trying to talk to women, and it doesn't work. You lack confidence, you have low self-esteem, you might not be where you want to be physically. I'm describing myself right now. You might not be where you want to be physically, you might not be where you want to be financially, and maybe other aspects that add on to that, and you might have low self-esteem, low confidence, and yada yada yada, and you're still trying to talk to women. And then you're wondering where you're going wrong, and you might be falling into that victim complex of where women are just evil, women don't want to talk to me, women just want the rich dudes and the tall dudes. I'm 5'9", bro. I'm not tall. I'm not short either. I'm average height. And I don't give a fuck that I'm 5'9". I just know if I put like 10, 15 pounds more muscle on my frame, I could have any woman I want. I swear. I am the most confident in that statement. If I put like 10 to 15 more pounds of lean fucking muscle on my frame, bro, I could have any woman I want. And that doesn't mean that I can have any woman on the planet. I say I can have any woman I want. Not every woman is going to want me. Those are 2 different statements. It would be cockiness and it would be ego if I said, once I put 10 to 15 more pounds of muscle on my body, all the women are going to want me. Like, no, bro, you got to rephrase that. You got to be like, once I put 10 to 15 pounds of more mass on my frame, I'll have any woman I want. It's mindset, bro. A lot of this shit is just mindset. I wanted to talk about cheating in this, but now I'm kind of pivoting to like mindset and changing the way you think so you can fucking progress. But it's like you have to change your mindset. Mindset is going to be the reason you get to where you want to be, bro. Mindset, and then putting it in a cup. Put mindset in a cup or in a bowl. Put mindset in a cup. Put discipline in a cup. And then put some other attributes in that cup, stir it around. Now you have exactly what you want to be, right? So it's like when you get to the point where you want to be, you'll be like, I finally did it. Some of you, me included, think you're destined to just be this average, mediocre version of yourself right now. That's not the case, bro. You're not destined for that. You're not destined to be this weak, average, mediocre, no girl getting version of yourself. And I'm not saying it all needs to revolve around women, but that's what a lot of dudes want. Like, admit to yourself right now, if this does apply to you, admit to yourself right now that you just like and value having romantic relationships in your life. It's not a bad thing to admit, but it's bad when you start to put that above everything. Like, damn, I want a girl, but I don't have a car. I want a girl, but I don't have a job. And I want a girl, I don't have a lot of money. And I don't say a lot of money like fucking millions and millions. And yeah, there are going to be girls out there that, even if you're a frugal guy, I'm a real frugal guy, especially when I start making see the mindset? When I start making good money, I'm going to be frugal. I'm not like, I might want a supercar, just one. I don't want a fleet of supercars. I do know that I want a Trackhawk, though. I'm definitely going to get one of those. Because right now, my dream, quote-unquote dream car, right now, I want a Scion TC. They don't even make those anymore. Those are made by Toyota. They're like super simple, nice, sporty-looking cars, and I want one. They're super, like, bro, so utilitarian for what they are, too. Hatchback, a lot of space, small, zippy, sporty. Like, bro, it's a really good car. I banged my elbow again. But they're really cool cars. And even then, if I don't get one of those, I'm cool with getting a Honda or a Toyota or something. Like, I'm cool with the chill shit for right now. And then when I'm able to fucking jump on the lot and get my Trackhawk, I'll get that. Eventually, I'll get my Aston Martin Vantage. Like, it's all mindset, bro. You have to change your mindset. You're not destined to be a loser. You're not destined to be a failure. That's just negative self-talk. Our minds, for some reason, are just so wired by default right now, especially in this fucked up, chaotic world right now, to just doubt ourselves and negative self-talk ourselves. Because I don't have a support system. I don't have anyone. I don't have any external validation. I don't have any external sources of motivation. I don't have any external sources of support. It has to come from me. It's just me and my dog, bro. I live with my mom and my brother comes here every once in a while, but the dynamic is so like weird. It's just three adults coexisting. It's not even, there's no close bond. There's no, you know what I mean? It's just me and my dog. That's how I see it. Even though I live with two other adults, I'm trying to get on my own. I want to live on my own. I'm not trying to sit here and mooch off of government benefits and shit and just live miserably because that's how I was living before I had to come back here. That's a whole nother story for another video, but I had to move back here a few weeks ago. I moved originally for that very reason. Just toxic, just compulsive lying, narcissism, entitlement. Like, I can't be around that. Especially when I start making money, I can't be around people that just feel like they can ask me to come or ask me for my money that I work hard for so they can go get drugs and beer and alcohol and all this bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just me and my dog right now. Once I get out of here, I'm taking my dog with me. We're going to live in our new place and it's going to be a vibe. It's going to be cool. When I get my new car, it's going to be me and my dog who just hates car rides, but we're going to be I'm going to have my first car. It's going to be new to me. It's going to be a used car, but it's going to be new to me. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't yearn for a lot in life, right? I just want a good amount of money and I want romance. You feel me? I want to have my own shit, and I want to have a romantic connection with somebody, and I just want to be living my comfortable life. I don't want this extravagant, multi-million-dollar not living on mega yachts, but having, going on yachts and, like, I don't care about all that, I don't even go out as is. I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't do any of that shit. I've never been to a party. I don't do any of that. And I don't have any interest in doing it. I'm a simple dude. Like, I really don't want for much, I just want to live comfortably and have my dog with me, have some money, and have a girl on my arm, and I'm cool with that. That's all I want, bro. Couple cars is cool. When I get to the point where I want to be, when I get to the point where I want to be, like, yeah, having a couple cars is cool. They don't have to all be 6-figure cars and shit, but anyway, back to what I want to talk about with how dudes think women want all these accomplished men. And it's like, I don't know, this might end up being a 30-minute vid, holy shit, but these, like, if you have the impression in your mind right now that women just want 6 figures, 6 feet, and 6-pack dudes, I'm afraid to tell you, but you probably spend too much time on the internet. Actually, I'm not afraid to tell you, because you need to hear it. I deleted my Instagram, I deactivated it, but I got off of Instagram, I got off Snapchat, I've been off Snapchat, I've been off Instagram, I deleted Facebook off my phone, deleted TikTok off my phone. The only thing I got on my phone right now is YouTube and some other stuff to keep me entertained. YouTube, Twitch, and then I got all my bank apps and stuff. I deleted all the apps I don't need. Like, I just got rid of everything. I just need a clear space so I can focus, make my money, get to where I want to be in my life, and fucking do what I got to do. But anyway, girls don't want what you think they want, You run into a girl and she wants that just isn't the girl for you. That doesn't mean that's what all girls want. I've met some very humble, down-to-earth women. I've unfortunately not been able to pursue a relationship with them because I knew within myself that I wasn't going to be able to maintain anything because I don't have everything that I need right now. If I would have had just some money, a car, and a place, if that, I would have been able to, you know what I mean? I would have been able to manage that. You feel me? But now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get everything I need, everything I want to get out the way, and then I'm going to start dating again. So, I don't know. I recommend everybody do the same thing. Because literally the last time I deleted Instagram and I got back on, I missed nothing. Everything, like, especially Instagram. Instagram is such a weird app. Like, people just watch you. They don't engage, they don't comment, they don't like, they don't share, they don't do anything. They just watch you live. Especially, like, because I didn't really post too much of my life. I would just post memes, and I would just kind of just post what I'm doing, but not, like, say what I'm doing, if that makes sense. I would just kind of post random shit, and it's like, people just watch you, I would occasionally post polls and stuff. People wouldn't even vote on the polls to, like, engage. Like, they just watch your shit. And it's weird how Instagram is, like, one of the worst apps for engagement unless you're already, like, a mega celeb or you're just, like, really hot and popping right now. It's just kind of weird, I don't know. Instagram is weird. I might make a continuation of this one because the dating topic is one I like a lot. And I don't think a lot of people bring too much different than, like, it's men versus women, men lead, women follow, like the typical red pill bullshit that I just do not agree with. There is some truth to that, to that movement, but ultimately I think there's a lot of shit that's lost in translation when it comes to, like, the red pill thing. I might make another video on that. I just gave myself another idea. That's definitely going to be on the channel soon. There's just a lot of shit on that red pill movement that's just lost in translation. But anyway, man, this is getting close to 30 minutes. If I do have anything else, I'm going to make another recording and just make it another video. But I'm going to go on ahead and sign out. It's been real.